Rommel, you know, sometimes in life, right, some things wasn't meant to be. And just to get this part out of the way, is that we may be that type of person where we probably weren't meant to get married in his life. We probably weren't meant to have kids in his life. We probably weren't even meant to have the house or the car or what was meant to have in this lifetime. The only thing I could turn around and say to you as a good friend and an honest friend, sometimes in life, you just gotta find a way of making yourself successful. Having that success is the only way that we're ever gonna go anywhere. Nothing ain't gonna go nowhere like this. It's not gonna go nowhere. Because right now it's like what, 3:45, Hackney Marshes, right? Lee Valley ice skating behind me. What's changing? We see this every year. Before you realize that we're in March, May, times get warm, t-shirt, shorts, and we're back in a nice hot weather. Before you realize it, we're back here where we just left us from. For me, from my experience, right, life brought us together, and all of us who similar, because you're attracting what you want, you're attracting what you are, you attract yourself. So that's why you attract the people who are similar to you, because you're tracking yourself. It's all frequency. So right about now, if I explain myself, it was always about being bullied, picked on, teased, robbed, never loved, never cared, never appreciated, never accepted. I want a part of nothing. I want a part of no community. I want a part of no club. I want accepted in them type of places. So for my whole life I did everything alone. So for me it was more likely, alright, when I went to school I didn't really have no friends. I have no family. No one don't care. No one ain't really ringing the phone. No one ain't really messaging. So it's one of the ones where your life can be lonely. But sometimes it can be like that. Sometimes you can't help it. It's just the way it is. Sometimes it's how it go. So when I think about my life very carefully and I look around at life carefully, what I'm saying, sometimes I wonder, why is my life like this? Because it's in what I am, right? It's not, sometimes it may not even be to do with the way you dress or like your shoes or even like your whatever it may be. Sometimes it's just the person, the individual. This is something that people see on someone, or they feel, or they get this feeling. I don't know what it is, but there's something about he or she. It's off. It don't work, because not every person that someone can agree with. You may have a certain frequency or energy that other people just don't agree with. They can't connect with. Some people just don't understand. You may be on such a higher mind that there's no one on your frequency to understand and know who you really are. So the only thing I can say, Rommel, man, is that before we get too old, before we hit like our 40s, it's just one of them ones where you have to be like, well, the only thing I could do is work on myself. Just work on myself and become the best version of yourself. And whatever comes from that, comes from that. It's not to have any expectation or attachment to outcome. It's just be a realist, one that sees it for what it is. For me, the car I wanted, the Nissan Skyline R35, it ain't happening. I'm not putting it out in the universe to manifest that result. It's just when I just look at my whole life and everything so far, that's not realistic right now. The only way like a Nissan Skyline R35 will happen, or like a Ford GT Mustang or BMW M5 or a Porsche 911 GT3 Turbo RS or anything like that will happen. I need to have a business what can make serious money, where all those cars would be the reward of my success. I can have that 5-6 bedroom mansion. I can have my games room, my anime, my mangas room. I can have that room where I have my music room, where I have all my J-pop, J-rock, right? K-pop, I can have all my metal, I can have everything. I can have all these things, right? You got your woman, right? You got your kids, you live in life, you're going on holiday, you probably got a house in another country. All these things you got going through. You could go to 5-star hotels, right? And you're nice. But sometimes when there is a loser, there's a winner. Well, not even sometimes, right? Where there is a winner, there's a loser. However, you can change places if you have the competence of getting yourself there. As above, as below, where there's left, there's right. When you breathe in, you breathe out. When you rise, you fall. Sometimes, right, in life, there has to be someone that has to play that role. And unfortunately, there's a lot of us that plays a role that we don't like. A lot of us plays it, we don't like it. It's not our type of thing. But we just gotta play it, innit? Until we get more knowledgeable, more educated, until we're able to build ourselves up to be like, alright, now I'm living a good life. I'm living the life where I feel good, I feel happy now. Then we'll be alright. But at this moment of time, it's not to overthink things, because change is the only certainty in life. Everything is forever changing, right? We can't stop the clocks. We're getting older. And if I look at myself carefully, I used to be that type of man where even now, depression, misery, sadness, suffering in silence, going through hardship. And these things was defining who I was. Even now it's defining who I am. Think about it carefully. The last time I went cinema was over 25 plus years ago. Until my friend turned man goes, let's go watch One Piece film Red. And if she didn't drag me, I wouldn't have went. From that she goes, let's watch Haikyuu. Let's watch Sonic 3. Let's go see Sailor Moon. Then I was like, before then, I said, let me book tickets for Phantom Theatre that I went to. And when I thought about it carefully, it was enjoyable. It was fun. I never thought when you get out a bit, it's like life is different. Life can be different. It's just when you don't get out these places, you will never know. You will never be able to know that these things exist until you get out of that bubble that you're in. So sometimes you may want to stay at home, just go for a little walk. You may cut yourself off from the world. But you know what? There's a certain part in my life where, when I thought about it carefully, when there was that one concert I really wanted to go to, Aldo's one in March 2024, and I missed it. I actually regret it. Even to now, I still feel it. Because I used to be a man with no regrets. I used to be that man where regrets will never trouble me. Regrets is something where it would never faze me. One day I woke up now, and even now it's like, when I think about everything now, when Akira Toriyama was alive, I could have got his autograph. I could have went to Japan and met him, or went to one of these anime conventions. When all these things was on, like Gran Turismo with, what's the name? With Yamachai, the guy behind Polyphony, Kazunori Yamachai, I could have went there to the copper box, what's behind me. But there's a lot of things I didn't go to. I could have went to a Linkin Park event. I could have went to a lot of these things. But due to how my life was defining me, I just cut off and goes, I don't care about nothing. I ain't going to nothing. I ain't bothered about nothing. I just sat there, and one day I woke up now, I look at my life, I was like, damn. One's past experience can really define a person without them even realizing it. When you sit there and wonder, how comes like certain things ain't changing? How come certain things ain't happening in life? Or you're thinking, why didn't I get myself to a certain place I wanted to be in life? Right? You come to realize it's the things that we are doing, what we're saying, what's got us like this. So it's all the things like me being bullied, being picked on, people said, oh, look at his birthday, don't eat his cake is garbage. How can you eat that garbage? How can you eat that shit? Right? From that day, I stopped celebrating my birthday for like 26 years. On that 26 years, I celebrated my birthday. Now people are contacting my phone. Oh, let's go out for your birthday. Oh, I got something for your birthday. But all these happened the moment I started to care about my birthday. Everything just started to happen because once I started to care, it's like everybody else started to care. When I didn't care for that 26 years, who cared about the birthday for that 26 years? No one. But you know what, Rommel? Just standing here and just looking at life out in Hackney Marshes, I don't know how long we're going to be here for. I don't know how long life is going to be going on for, right? Anyone could die at any moment. Anyone, even us, could die at any moment, right? I could post this up and I'm just a man in a video by the next day. I don't know. But at the end of the day, Rommel, life is sad and cruel. But the only thing I can say, only education or finding a way of business, having that money is going to change a damn thing. Because once you have that type of stuff, right, what woman is going to turn her head to the other direction or turn that way when a man's got money? But you just have to be the smart one and make sure she ain't taking all your money. You don't marry it, right? You just make sure you don't fall in those traps that it's put what is plotting for you. As long as you don't spring those traps and you work your brains and do things smartly, you'll be good, man. It's just at this current moment, it feels like forever because life ain't happening the way we feel like life should happen, right? We're all in a pursuit of happiness. We want joy, we want love in our life. We want to know that someone cares about us. Someone knows that we're here. We want to know we're going back home to someone. You got your kids waiting home for you, right? You're taking your kids out to Fort Park, Disneyland, right? You're taking them off to Japan, South Korea. You're taking them off to Spain. You're taking them off to like Canada, America, right? You're taking them off to Brazil or somewhere like that, right? You want to know that you're living a nice life. Life is good, right? Because it's all about in the pursuit of happiness. It's all, as I said before, life ain't happening in the way we think it should happen. Because life is what? It's your making. It's your karma. Karma is action. Life is your making. Right? We're not attracting what we want, we're attracting what we are, we attract ourselves. If you're on low vibrational frequency, you attract on low vibrational frequency. You're on high vibrational frequency, you attract on high vibrational frequency. Right? If you're that man, right, that's dressed nice and good and it's got that charisma and stuff to you and you're on point, you're going to gym, you got muscles, everything's nice, you're going to attract a whole different crowd towards you. You're going to attract similar things towards you. From self-love comes love. From self-joy comes joy, right? So we have to go on the inside, right? And we need to convert or we need to address the inner to what will have an effect on the outer. Right now, we're literally, you can say we're destroyed, we're broken, we're in ruins on the inside. So we need to set the foundation. We need to reconstruct within ourselves. We need to rebuild and get ourselves back to that point, because if we don't do that, we're never going to go nowhere. We ain't going to have nothing in life. We're just going to be out in these marshes, walking around probably like another 10 years. Oh yeah, I'm 50 today in the Hackney Marshes. Great. Yeah, man, I'm 55 in the Hackney Marshes. Great. What are you going to do? So sometimes in life, right, it could be like that, right? We live in this type of world where it's not the same no more, innit? Right? It's one of the ones where it's different now. It's not like how it was before. It's just it's a different thing, it's a different experience. Since 2019, with all that COVID stuff, it's different now, right? Mental health went up. People end up more zero tolerant. People care less, right? So we live in this type of life where it's what it is now. Life is different, Rommel. It's different. Before 2019, how much woman was coming up to me, talking to me, how much woman was cuddling me, kissing my face, all over, man, and all them things there. Like random stranger. guys that usually will speak to man, how much tourists that was speaking to people, speaking to me like that. I was going all over the place, right? Almost on a daily basis, someone will be speaking to you. COVID happened, nothing. I spoke to more people in like 2018, 19 than 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, and even 25, the 6th year. But the only thing I can say, you just gotta focus on yourself and do what makes you happy. If that woman and kid can't happen, focus on the project, innit? Build something. Build a high-end gaming PC if you've got the money to do that. Or get into something, right? Get into something. It could be electronic engineer, you could be a sound engineer, or you may want to get yourself into something else. You may want to be that type of man. You may want to get into phone repair. You may want to be that man who's getting into phones. You repair phones, you put new screens on, you put the new camera. You may have that soldering kit where you could just put on, we could resolder like the USB port. You may be that type of man where you specialize that part where you put the new that power IC, everything on the phone, right? It's all depending what direction that you really want to go and what you want to do with. You may want to work for Nintendo, right? You may want to work in a certain part of Nintendo and be like, oh, that's what I want to be, right? And in the day, unfortunately, Rommel, no one ain't really gonna care like that. From self-care comes care, remember. From self-love comes love. From self-joy comes joy. From self-appreciation comes appreciation. It all starts with the self first. It's all about going inwards. Until we go inwards, nothing's going to change, Rommel. It's always going to be the way how we know it right now. It's not going to change. So the only thing I can say is all the other people that you see, they put their head down, they did what they had to do, got the woman, the house, the kids, and they moved on. They're not going to associate with people like me and you. They don't want to get caught there. They left that behind. There are people that looked at it carefully and like, nah, man, I want out of this. I want a better life. Those who goes for a better life, it's not going to want to be associating with people who ain't got a better life. So we're going to be that type of people where people are going to be speaking about and goes, oh, look at Kurohana, look at Rommel, like, look at these two. We're going to be that prime example that people's going to use as, this is what you should not be. This is what you do not be. So we're going to be that prime example that everyone will be like, yeah, don't be him. Don't be the other one. So we got to find a way, because as we're getting older and reaching that type of age, what are we going to do when we're like 40 years old? Damn. Like, we're going to want to be able to find a way to either get qualifications, set up your business. You want to be able to travel around the world. You want to live an experienced life, because this type of run is the run that you got to take seriously. You got to get it somewhere. If you don't get it nowhere, then what are you going to do? Like, once you reach that age and you're 50, what are you going to do when you're 50? What are you going to do when you're 50? So obviously it's not going to be good, innit? So you're going to want to find a way how to address all the issues and make things work for you. If something don't work, then you're gonna have to try adjust some things and find a way. If that ain't working, go another direction. However, there's always a way of making something happen, but you just gotta find a way of how to make something happen. Because in the end of the day, you may want to sit there and get caught in your own mind, but remember, once you're caught in your own mind, you're always thinking. All you gotta do is keep on thinking, right? You're no different than water flowing down the mountain. All you're gonna do is keep on flowing down the mountain. You're like a car with an accelerator that's stuck and you ain't got no brake. So you're just always gonna keep driving. So in the end of the day, you gotta find a way, how can you make your life happen and work for you? Just remember that. Because if you're sitting there in your own memories and you're recycling, you're just like closing the washing machine, just left to spin. You're just going around in circles and circles doing the same thing. You need to understand where you're going wrong. You need to identify, right? This is where you have to know yourself. You need to identify. When Rommel wakes up in the morning, what does Rommel think about? when he wakes up in the morning. What does Rommel do in the morning? Okay, he wakes up. He opens up his laptop. He jumps on social media. How many hours goes past on social media? Was it 3 hours, 4, 5, 6 hours? Alright. He gets a drink. Probably gets a packet of crisp. Alright, time to brush my teeth, get a bath, whatever. Right? Then you observe yourself. Any situation that comes up, you see something happen, you see any topic that comes up, how do your mind respond to every single thing that your mind gets engaged with? It's to observe yourself and understand yourself, and then you start to notice a pattern. Okay, every time I look at something about relationships, I always start with a certain word, or this certain thing comes to mind. Or when it comes to that technology, think about what's the first thing it comes to Rommel's head when it comes to technology. Think about, there's these habits that you have. There's these things that you keep repeating and repeating. These are the things that had to get broken. So the only thing you have to do, you need to observe yourself through the day. Alright, when I walk through the door, what's the one thing I do? When I walk down the road, which way do I go? Which way do I turn? What am I doing for the daily basis? What am I thinking about? What I'm saying? These are the things that you've got to look at. Alright, I come out my house and I walk down the road. I may see a tree. I may photograph it. I may go to my favourite lake. I may take pictures of the birds. It's to literally observe every single thing that you're doing through the day. Once you observe every single thing through the day, that's when you reach that point where it's called know thyself. That's what know thyself, right, it's all about. It's to literally observe everything, right? When you pick up the cup, do you realize that your hand may wobble a bit before you drink the tea? When you have sugar in your tea and the tea touches your tongue, do you realize your eyebrows may twitch, or you may raise up your eyebrow due to the taste of the sugar, and you may make up your face when you drink the tea? Are you aware of those type of things? Or when someone's speaking to you and someone makes you laugh, you may knock against your teeth, or your teeth go, and you may giggle. There's certain habits that people have that they do that they're not aware of, right? If you're walking on the road and you see something, you see the car that you like, right? You may be that type of person where your chest may tense and your arms go like that, go, what? That's nice. Are you aware of them type of things? Every time you see something nice, you always like that. Or you're like, or the way how your face goes and your eye look up. Are you aware of these type of things? That's what know thyself is to observe everything that you're doing. Everything you think about, everything that you say, everything that you do. And from that, once you notice these patterns, that's when you start breaking them. You got to break the cycle. Because when you think about life right now, right? Life is going to be changing, man. It's going to be changing. And unfortunately, everyone's going to be going their own direction. People are going to be like, dude, I've got my own things. I've got my own stuff to do in life. So not everybody is going to be holding your hand like that. Not everybody's going to be doing that. So it's going to be down to you to do what you have to do. Why? Because life is your making, Rommel, and it's yours. Because once everyone starts going forwards, we're going to be the only ones sitting there, and people who are like sitting there goes, wow, look at them. They had all this opportunity to go somewhere, and now look at them. They're not even going nowhere. They're just there. They're just stuck in life. Why do I want to be this person sitting there stuck in life? We don't want to be stuck in life. We want to go somewhere in life. We want to do something what we like. We want to do something where we could truly appreciate what makes us happy, that makes us feel good. We don't want to be sitting there knowing this is what life is. We want to get to that place to know, yeah, man, everything good, everything nice. Like, I ain't got nothing to worry about. There's no problems, there's no issues, everything's good, right? We got ourselves to that point where life is nice. But unfortunately, Rommel, right? 2025, a lot of changes, man, a lot of changes. If one day we're all gonna be living on our own, we all gotta learn how to cook, wash your own clothes, we gotta be independent, and we gotta do our own things. There's nothing fun being an adult, Rommel. There's nothing fun about it. Not even a game. But all I'm saying is, once you reach that certain part, it's gonna be very, very rough, yo. It's not gonna be easy. So we're gonna need to make our life happen in the way we need our life to happen, because in the end of the day, once we reach that certain part in life, I don't know what to say, but we're gonna be the blame if we don't go nowhere. So we need to make sure, no matter what happens, that we do what we have to do, because no one ain't playing games with us like that. No one ain't gonna be sitting there, right, wasting time on people like us. So we gotta find a way on how we can get ourselves to a better life. A better life, because sooner or later, that'll be it. And there'll be nothing you could do about it. It's just one of them ones where, it's sad to say this, but we may not have nothing, Rommel. We may not have nothing. It's sad to say this, we may be 50 and it's the same thing. It's just sad to say this, but you know what, Rommel? Not everyone was meant to have it, man. It may not even meant to be for this life. But that's a hard pill to swallow, man. A hard pill to swallow, man. It's just one of them ones where, boy, the only thing I can say to you is do the best you can, man. The best you can. That's all I can say to you. Do the best that you can, and that's all I can say. And whatever comes from it, comes from it. Whatever don't. The only main thing that you need to know is you tried your best. You tried your best. You put yourself out there and you went as far as you could go. You pushed so far that the only thing that you need to know at the end of the day is, right, as long as you put yourself out there and you pushed yourself to that point to, like, you know what, alright, I did everything I could do in my power. I went out there, I tried to do all the things I do. I tried this career, I tried this job, I tried all of this. And if it leads to that point where this is what it is, there's not much you could do, man. Sometimes you have to accept it for what it is. And that's honest opinion. You can't expect no one to like you, appreciate you, or accept you. It's just what it is. Everything there's a reason for it. Sometimes there's certain things you weren't meant to know. Some things you wasn't meant to know. There's a reason for everything, but sometimes if you was meant to know, you was meant to know. If you wasn't meant to know, you weren't meant to know it. But what is Rommel, man? There's nothing else that I can really say apart from you just gotta focus on what you gotta do, and you gotta do what you gotta do, and whatever happens, happens. Whatever don't. Remember this: no expectation attached with the outcome. Be a realist. Be one that sees it for what it is. Right? That's it. Right? You're attracting what you want. You're attracting what you are. You attract yourself. It's as simple as that. That's all there is to it. And if the best version of yourself don't bring what you're looking for, then you either live with it or you run away from it. And that's all there is to it. It's unfortunate, but we're not the only ones that goes through these type of things. There's other people across the world that goes through this. There's people in France that goes through this. There's people in Germany that goes through this. There's people in Italy, Rome, Belgium, you name it, goes through this type of stuff. If you think about every single country in the world, there's always someone that's going through these things. Everyone in the world is going through it. There's a lot of people out there like us. A lot. But you know what, Rommel? It's sad, but you know what? It's just the way it go, innit? It's just the way it is. There's just certain things in life that will never change, innit? And even it's not at this moment of time, it's not going to change in a long while, innit? But you know what? It's how life go, innit? Right? If I look at the time right now, the time is like, let me see. The time is like what? 4:28. 4:28. Another hour from now, sun goes down. So it's not that far. Goes down at what? 5:30. Like another hour. But only thing I can say to you, Rommel, is take action and just go out there. Doesn't matter where it is, just go out there and go look for it. Just go out there, look for what it excites you, do your thing. And if anyone is looking to walk with you, they walk with you. They don't. But one thing I can say to you, don't get caught up in your own mind too long, yo. Don't get caught up in them own thoughts, because they're the same things that will tear you down. I'm talking from experience, because I know the life I live. How much times I've been on the bus and the whole bus seat is filled, but my one's empty. Gone into a restaurant, whole seats are filled, but my table's empty. Right? Gone to a bus stop. You're standing at the bus stop, but the whole bus stop is standing over there, getting soaked in the rain. These are the type of experience I go through. Right? I could wear nice things, but people want to talk to me. But when I go talk to them, they don't want to speak to me. So it's very one-sided. I face this all the time. I come off the train. There was like nearly 40 people in like 5 minutes. Everyone just crossed the road and there's down back roads. Before you realise it's just you walking down the road. How much times I've seen that? You come home from the city, same people smile up on your face talking to you. You get back to your area, oh yeah, I think we should run now. Gone. It's what it is, Rommel. It's what it is, man. It's just the things that you face. It's just stereotyping, racial profiling. You've been judged. All these things happen before the person even got to engage with you. Unfortunately, that's the world that we live in. Right? When you're different from everybody else, that's another story, yo. So that's what it is, man. So what can I really say? You just gotta keep going, innit? Everything that you're seeing right here, right now, all this, right? You'll be out here again. But guess what? It's just the type of place you just want your life just to go. Nah, man. When I stand here, do I feel happy? No. I feel the tears. I feel the pain. I feel the suffering. I don't like this. But then again, it can always be worse, innit? Right? Sometimes it's not even do the materialistic things that you have. Because you already have a nice phone. Right? You already got the things in your yard. Right? That entertains you. You already got these things. Right? There's someone out here who don't even have that. What you may see as trash is the next man's treasure. So, in the end of the day, the only thing I can say to you straight, don't waste any more time, yo. Because before you realise it, it's 2025, summer. I'll be out here with a Galaxy S26 Ultra. Doing what? Making more content. Before you realise it, the next video I post, it's literally on the S26 Ultra. I'm like, wow. I'll be making a video goes, oh, I changed from S24 Ultra to S26 Ultra. How did I get here? It will just happen so quick. The other day was S24. I said, skip that. It's not worth upgrade. S25 is here. And now look. Like, we're almost in March. Hit April, that's the 4th month. Before you realise it, May, June, we're halfway through the year. But come down, we're back in December, New Year's Day, that's it, 26. 26 summer, we're here again. 27, summer, if we're still alive, we're still here again. 2028, 2029, 2030, 2030, summer, still here. No women, no kids. I ain't make no new friends, nothing ain't changed. The same old stuff. No good come from Hackney, no good come from Haringey, no good come from Tower Hamlets, no good come from Wotham Forest, no good no come from Lewisham, no good come from Lambeth, right? No good come from Southwark, no good came from Newham, no good came from Redbridge, no good came from Havering, no good came from Enfield, no good come from none of these boroughs you could think about. You get what I'm saying? No good came from none of it. You've just been in this vicious cycle, this bubble, going through this madness, out here trying to survive. But Rommel, I don't know if you watched it this far. I don't know. If you have, remember this carefully. No one else out there ain't bothered, you know. So you're gonna have to find a way how to turn things around, because eventually that time will come. We are gonna really truly regret our life, you know, for not taking the actions that's required. Right now, we may not see it. It may not be affecting us right now, but one day you're gonna wake up and you really are gonna feel it to its full potential, right? So the only thing I can really say is just to focus on oneself and really refine oneself, right? It's all about using repetition to become a new you. Repetition, what you use that for is to rewrite what you are right now to become a new you. If you keep doing that, eventually the old version of yourself will disappear and you'll no longer remember it. That's the best thing you want to do, because in the day, remember, if you're in a place of low vibration frequency, it's only natural you're going to get caught in it. See it this way, right? The animating forces in the matter's in the animating force at the same time. You put the sponges in the ocean, the sponges in the ocean, and the oceans in the sponge at the same time. When you're in this place like a city like London, where the vibration frequency is negative, you need to understand this very carefully, right? We're in the negativity and the negativity is in us at the same time. That's a bad way of going about it, because it all affects us, right? I don't know what you're thinking or what you got in your mind, but one thing I can tell you, Rommel, don't give up, yo. You better stand up and fight, because in the end of the day, we're reaching that type of point now where it's sink or swim, rise or fall. So you tell me what you're gonna do. You tell me. And in the end of the day, take a look at this place. Take a look at it. Take a look at this place. Is this the place you want to be seeing? Like summer after 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 summer. Look at it. Look at this. You can't tell me that this is the type of place you just want to be seeing every single summer, yo. There's so much places in the world to be seen. Don't get me wrong, Hackney Marshes is a lovely place. However, there's so much things in life to be seen and experienced that is far greater than the Hackney Marshes itself. Sometimes in life, I know it's messed up, but you know what, Rommel? Don't give up, yo. All the people I know, like my friend Stephen, how many times tears come to my eyes when I look at Stephen? Yeah, he's been doing road sweeping in Camden for the last, 26, 27 years? But the most saddest thing, Rommel, that the man, right, it's like what? Let me see. Let me see how old he is. He would be like what? Let me get this. My friend is like 41 years old. He's gonna be like 42 years this year. Not once he had no girlfriend. He never been laid. He always wanted a woman. Every time I speak to him in Camden, and he sees a girl like this. Do you know what that means? That's someone who's thirsty. He's thirsty for love. He's thirsty for it. 40 plus years, still a virgin. No one don't want him. Some people go for this type of stuff, Rommel. Bad, yo. So in the day, take a look, yo. Now when you see something like that, none of us just don't want to be standing out here forever, yo. You get what I'm saying? We could be in the waterfalls in like Brazil and them places, right? I looked on my phone, I looked at waterfalls like Niagara Falls on these places. I was like, just looking at it, I was just taken in. There weren't no words to express it. Ain't these the type of place you want to be? There's so much places in the world to be than just here. But we just need to get ourselves to that part where whatever we're looking to do, right, can offer you the ability to do so. Right? Because in the end of the day, one thing I'll say to you straight, every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month, right, every year is precious. We're not getting that back. We don't know if we may lose an arm, lose a leg, may lose an eyesight. We don't know. So while we're here, don't waste it, innit? Because when that time comes, we can't stop or reverse the clocks, yo. And even if we did create a technology to travel back in time, only the rich will be allowed to use it. We won't have it. If they went back in time right now, guess what? People like me and you would just disappear straight away. Because why? Because they would just go back, boom, we would be gone. We wouldn't know that we was gone. We would just disappear instantaneously. If it was done already, we won't be standing here right now. We'll be long gone. And even if they have gone to seeing certain things would have drastically changed. But all I'm saying right now, there's no stopping it, yo. Right? There's no stopping it. When you're the animating force, what you know as the consciousness, the life energy, what you call or identify as God, there's no such thing as time there. There is no such thing as time. Time is only here. There's no such thing as time when your original true self was inside here. There's no time against that. It's always here. It's the omnipresence. It's the omnipotence, the omniscient. So the all powerful, the all knowing, and the all everywhere. So all I can say, man, is you gotta fight for your future. You gotta fight for it. You gotta really refine yourself and show, yeah, I'm worthy of this. That's the only option a person like you really actually have. And that's me being honest. Being very, very honest. Because in the end of the day, right, I could stand here. I could speak to you for the next 2 hours. But you know, nothing ain't gonna change, yo. Until you take the action. Look behind me. The sun's starting to drop. The sun is dropping right now. That sun was all the way up there, but now it's dropping. So we gotta find a way, Rommel, how to show that we can be better. We can have these type of things. You need to show I am great. I am worthy. Right? I am love. I am joy. I am success. Right? I am care. I am appreciation. I am abundance. I am wealth. Right? I am successful. I deserve love. I deserve to have a family, have my kids, have my house. right? Is to set your mind in that right direction. Because if you hold your focus long enough, you eventually manifest in the palm of your hands, my friend. Just remember that. Remember that. Just keep going forwards, man. We ain't got the time to waste. We ain't got the time to waste. Right? When that time comes, that's it. We're done. We're done out here. We're done out here. Right? We're done out here. Look at me. Right? I don't want this to be my life. Hello, everybody. Kurohanadi Tatsumaki. Back out here with another video. Specialized rock opera sport. Here's this. Here's that. Blah, 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 blah. I'm doing the same madness. But is this the stuff I really want and what I want to be doing? No. I want to have better in life. But it just hasn't happened just yet. When I look at other people I know, they're nice. Kane Aiden. Look, he's good. If I look at all the other people I know, they're all married man, house, kids, everything. They ain't got nothing to worry about. They ain't got no struggles. They got no suffering. Right? They're good. They're good. They're nice. It's me and you what's got the problem right now. And other people as alike. And we're always going to be used as that prime reference or example. Yeah, look at him. Look at the other one. You don't want that, man. You don't want that. You want to wake up and know that you're successful. You're nice. You're good. Right? You want to wake up and know that you are alright. You know you're great. You know you're doing better. You don't want to be sitting here living this life where people can just beat down on you. Beat down on what? Beat down on what? Beat down on what? Giving people what? An excuse. For them to always be chatting about you. For why? Because they're using you for them to feel good. That's the reason you got. That's one of the reasons why they do it. Because they know they've got something behind them to look at where they can smile and take the piss out of. And they're looking at people like me and you. Oh, look at those two. Look at those two. Right? These are the same people that you see in Sainsbury's or somewhere down Dalston, right? And you'll be coming out the car now, and these are the same people that you see getting in the car, right? Boom, turn on the music, right? They got the nice clothes, everything, got the kids, everything, and they just drive off. Right? These are the same people. If you're walking on the road and you're just dragging that trolley in the car, and so I go big, and they're like, yo, where my walk on? Yeah, I'm just doing some shopping. Them man will just drive off and laugh, like you just a laughing stock to them. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. So what are you meant to do? Right? At the end of the day, time is changing. Right? Look, the sun's going down. Now it's time for me to leave. It's time for me to go. Right about now it's 12 Celsius, but that weather's going to drop. Obviously, it's clear skies. So obviously, it's going to get lower and lower and lower. It's time for me to get out of here. Time for me to go. But Rommel, I don't know what to say, but it's sad, you know. It really is. It really is a disgusting and it's a nasty thing. But sometimes it's just a thing that we just gotta go through. Right? I've been through a lot of things in life. There's things that I've been through. Right? Certain things you can't even chat that on YouTube. The amount of things I've been through, I don't even know how I'm still here. I've been through some nasty experience. The experience you didn't even want to chat about. Right? Right? But sometimes it's like that. I've been that man that's been, how can I say this? Set up like where bad things has happened. People that lead you somewhere, bad things will happen to you. But then again, I've been through far worse than what I'm explaining right now. Been through some real serious stuff that I will never explain on here. That nobody in my friend circle will never know about. But sometimes it's what it is. But then again, what are you gonna do? You just gotta find your own way to make a change. And until you do that, there's no going nowhere. I know life is a wicked thing, but you gotta find a way, yo. or you're never gonna go nowhere. And that's all there is to it. So that's 50 minutes of explaining about how life can be cruel and messed up, and the only way you're gonna find out if you basically take the steps into where you need to go and try to figure something out, find a way and climb up that ladder, and you got to do something, because no one out here don't really care at all, and you just got to keep that in mind, right? And when you're a male in society, no one don't care about the male. Remember that. No one don't care about a male. If you're a female, everyone will be caring about you. When you're a male, no one don't care for you. So you got to find a way, have to do your own things and get yourself to a place where everything works for you. If you're not able to do that, then unfortunately, you ain't going nowhere. It's messed up, but sometimes it's the way it go. So you got to find a way how to do something about it. And if it doesn't go nowhere, then there's nothing you could do about it, and then that's what it is. So in the end of the day, the only thing I could turn around and say to you straight is to find a way to do what you have to do. And if you can't do it, then you can't do it. And it's as simple as that, because in the end of the day, that I don't know, but some things are just set up in a way where, as I said before, like, don't even overthink it, don't even get caught up in it. But remember, as a male, it's always going to be difficult, right? It's always going to be difficult. And when you do get through in life, remember, there's always going to be someone who's going to have someone, right, to come bring you down. Just remember that. So when you're going somewhere in life, right, there's always going to be some type of madness that will happen. And that will happen when you're successful. Once you start getting your body into shape, once you start to change your mind, once good money starts to kick in, guess what? You'll start seeing people come into your life, and you'll be like, where did this person come from? You wouldn't even know that they was there, but they was there. All these people are all coming because you made it somewhere, but they was never there when you're struggling, going through the hardship. They're only there when you made it successful. So the one thing you got to keep in mind, you got to remember, when these type of people start coming in, don't let them in, and be careful who you're dealing with. That's one thing I'm aware of in life. People only gonna come when you're successful. It's all about what you got to offer. That's what it is. It's what you got to offer. And these people are only coming because you made it somewhere. But where were they when you didn't have nothing? They weren't there. And that's the thing. That's it. That's it. So that's it from me. Time for me to get up and go. Right? Time for me to go. Get out of here. And I'm always being this type of man. I know exactly when people don't like you. There's places I will go and people go, yo, I ain't seen you in a long time. But you can tell by how some people are. You just know. You just know when people like you, when they don't like you. You just know. But you know what? Whatever, man, innit? Some things is the way it go, innit? So that's why, for me, there's no point in me even worrying about it no more, man. Because you know why? Some things was just meant to be. Some things was set to be like that, man. When I think about my life and think about my family and how everything went, I don't know, was it bad luck? Or someone just did magic to make sure your whole family failed? But there's things that happen where I have no idea how such thing like that even happened. But you know what? Sometimes in life, it's just the way it is. Sometimes things can go like that. It could just be like that, Rommel. It could just be like that. It could just be like that. How much times I always wanted a good life, but you know what? It wasn't meant to happen. No matter what I say, no matter what I think, no matter how I feel, certain things wasn't meant to be, yo. Why is that? I don't know. It's that undiscoverable reason that you probably weren't meant to know. But however, these things happen, innit? Another day, sun's gone down. Hours gone out the window. Don't even know what wasted it all. It's what it is, man. So, before I realize it, here comes another birthday. Here comes another whatever, innit? So, yeah, man. This is like a 1 hour dedicated video. So, apart from this, man, everything what I say is it's just what it is, isn't it? But when you reach that certain age, you got to be very, very, very careful, because the current situation that you're going through and you're facing right now, there may be something that may make you make decisions that you may regret in life, Rommel. Just remember that. When you're suffering, going through tough stuff, and life looks grim, trust me, there's certain thoughts that will sneak into your head. You don't know how that got there. Your emotions will kick up. Your emotions will rise. Right? You're going to come from that place of emotional response. And you want to be careful from that. Right? When you look at your life, there's going to be that part where you're going to reach that breaking point. Where in your life, there's going to be a part of you where it's going to turn around and say, you know what? Bang. Before you realize it, you've done something that you shouldn't have done, yo. You've done something you shouldn't have done. Whatever that may be, I don't know. But one thing I would say, you got to find a way very soon. If not, the answer will come out in a nasty way. Nasty way. There's many people who's been there. There's many people who's done it. Many people have sat there and looked at their life and it's like, nah. And that was it. Game over. Game over. Game over, Rommel. Right? There's always going to be something that will wake up and answer within you. It will do it. It will do it. It will answer itself in a way you don't want it to answer. Let's see what's going on here. And when that stuff happens, you're not going to like it. So, you want to be very careful in what happens. Very careful. There's no joke or game here. And in the end of the day, right? Life is a very mysterious and miraculous thing. We can either have good experiences or we can have bad experiences. Tell you that from now, yo. But you know what? Life is our making. It's your karma. Action. What you focus on expands. Where your attention goes, your energy goes, chi follows mind. You think about your toe, the chi goes to your toe. You think about your fingers, the chi goes to your fingers. You think about your eyes, the chi goes to your eyes. Chi follows mind. You're attracting what you want, you're attracting what you are, you attract yourself. Until we become the best version of ourselves, then this, what we are, is what we attract right now. And unfortunately, our outcome will be this because it's in what we are, is what we attract. Unless we change it, this is where it is. No woman, no kids, no house, no car, no nothing. And when that time comes, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? Nothing you can say, nothing you can do. So that's it, Rommel, man. That's it. That's it. That's it. Unfortunately, we just live in a place that's not nice. You live in a place you're not appreciated, you're not accepted, you're not loved, you're not cared for like that. Sometimes it can be like that. But we're men, we're meant to lead. We're the one that provide and protect and the woman nurtures. That's it. If we ain't got no leading example as a man, then no one ain't gonna take us seriously, yo. We seen people go for far worse. We seen people go for a man who ain't got a penny to his name. He ain't got nothing. But my man has everything. Don't ask me how that work. I don't know. There must be something that man has to offer while they're with them type of people. But at the end of the day, it's the way it is. I've seen all type of relationships. All types of relationships. And I don't even see how it even makes sense how those two are together. But standing in front of me, they are. But you know what, Rommel? Life is a wicked thing. And you know what? We can't focus on that. Because we need to focus on the right things that expands. We need to focus on the things that benefits us. And that's all there is to it. And that's it. That's me done talking, yo. All we just gotta make sure is that we ain't caught in places like this. Another 10 years later, looking at this, looking over here, or looking over here, or like this. We wanna make sure that life is good, man. Life is good. We wanna live a nice, comfortable life, man. That's what it's all about. It's making that change in life, man. All this is sad right now. It's sad, man. It's sad. It's a sad thing. But you know what? Sometimes it's the way it go, rude boy. It's the way it go. But that's how it go. It's not nice, but in the day, it's just the way it go. It's just the way it go, man. It's just the way it go. It's just how it is, man. Like, none of us don't want to be standing out here like this, man. You get what I'm saying? We don't want to be standing out here like this. But some of us just have to. We just have to, man. We just have to. People will talk to me and be like, oh, don't you have no woman? Don't you have no kids? Oh, ain't you married, this and that? But when I explain myself, no one in understanding. No one don't get it. But you know what? Boy, I ain't going it. So, boy, I don't know, man. It's just what it is, innit? What it is, Rommel, man. What it is. What it is, man. I wish I was successful, man. I wish I had the power, the fame, and the wealth. I wish I was a great man. I wish I had my 6-7 bedroom mansion, right? And have my Asian wife, if it's Japanese, Korean, or Chinese, Vietnamese, Thai, Taiwanese, Malaysian, Philippines, Indonesian, no matter what, Mongolia, whatever. I just wish I had my wife right now. My wife, and have like 5 kids right now. Have my Nissan Skyline R35, right? To be able to have my Toyota Supra, right? GR3.0, right? Have my Subaru WRX GT, right? right? Those are my 3 main cars, right? Be that type of man and say, you know what? All right, cool, I got my 3 cars. All right, and when I'm ready to, I say, let me rent out the Ford GT Mustang, give that a go. Let me give the Porsche 911, right? GT3 Turbo RS a go, right? Let me give these cars a go, like a BMW M5, like, or M6. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? To be all over the world, like different countries, try out different foods and go all over the world. But you know what? It never happened, man. It never happened. But sometimes that's how it go, man. That's how it go, man. But you know what? I just look at what I have and I appreciate what I got. What I got, I just have to appreciate what I got. Because someone else ain't got what I got. And they're praying for what I have. So I just have to be grateful for that. I'm able to walk, there's someone out there who can't walk. You see what I'm saying? So I got to appreciate that.